Okay, so hello again. I've decided to start a Simcity playthrough. I've already got a city region already made. We'll see it in just a sec here. Yeah, so I made this for my brother. So he may be joining here. The gameplay over here. What's happening? Right, I think one of my cities got nuked. That was a thing. Not exactly. I'll have to go double check what happened. It's a bit late when I'm recording this, so I may not talk that much. So that there's not a whole lot of commentary, you know why. However, future videos will have more commentary. Try to keep this up. So yeah, I may be quiet for this. We'll jump in, see what's going on here. So I believe I had it. I think city, and I ran out of educated workers. My city was run on by a nuclear power plant, and the nuclear power plant could not find enough educated workers to run due to the shortage in the economy. And then the power plant, I believe, it had a meltdown. So essentially it just nuked. Well, it nuked, not nuked, but irradiated most of the city. Okay, so, oh yeah, and I have the Cities of Tomorrow pack, so that's a thing. Oh right, yeah. So this entire area used to be populated with people. Let me show you. I haven't played this in a while, so bear with me. Here. Yeah, you can see what happened now. Most of the city got irradiated. And then I believe it were 2 meltdowns. So then after the initial meltdown, it didn't cover this much space. It was only the central area, and it was weaker. The radiation was weaker. However, after that, a disaster, a tornado hit the power plant again, and a second meltdown occurred, which led to most of the city getting irradiated here. However, my industry is still running. People are getting irradiated walking through it. But you know what? As long as my city is not going bankrupt. So, you're probably wondering why didn't I just wipe out this city considering it's all but done for. However, I have an expansion which leads to high-tech futuristic technology that I can use. And, so that's where these larger buildings here come from. Sorry. Okay, that's how that's where these high-tech. I thought I had more. Maybe something happened. I don't know. You're abandoned. So this is what remains of my. Yeah, most of it got knocked out. So, plan was okay. Right. So the plan is to use a ground scrubber. So in order to get this, I need a level 4 academy and $100,000. As you can see, my city, even before this disaster, I was pretty wealthy. It was great pain to get it to run. However, as you can see, I have a massive budgetary deficit. However, that's due to the loss of taxes of half my city, more than half my population. So, yeah, that's probably why. So basically, what I'm doing here is I'm working on finishing this research with the academy, and then researching the ground scrubber, and then it's a very expensive process. Luckily, I have a lot of cash. Basically, because the ground scrubbers themselves, I remember, are pretty expensive. So then, basically, the process is going to be installing these ground scrubbers and slowly cleaning up this irradiated area. Not that could, yeah. People are protesting low land values. You guys have a lot bigger problems than low land values. Half the city was irradiated. Alright, the water system's always been at a deficit, I remember. As you can see, this first part of the city gives you an idea that things were going well. What? When did this happen? Why is this all? Oh, is this in the irradiated zone? Yes, it is. That's why I closed it down. Can I not turn this off individually? Yeah, I closed off most of this area. I'm not really sure how long this is gonna take. That's the issue. Well, it's going up steadily. Okay. Are we losing cash? Oh no, our electronics went up. Well, on the bright side, I think I had an okay, so let's explain some of the things going on in the city here. So I specialize this city in electronics. Well, one of the specializations. There are a few, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, it's late. There are a few supply and demand issues with, however, traffic has gone down significantly since half the population disappeared. So I'm a little surprised that we ran out of plastic here, but oh well. So this is, basically we produce processors. We're gonna move on to consumer electronics, producing TVs and computers, more advanced components. However, if you can get it right, you can earn an even greater profit. I'm not sure what the markets are looking because it's on a global market here. I'm not sure what's more profitable right now, but it doesn't look like I'll get to make that switch. Especially considering a large area is irradiated. I don't really have space to install new factories. That's not likely to happen in the near future. The trading, this is basically allows me to deliver and export my supplies and the import things I need. So for this we have a trade port over here. So we have a freight yard here. And we have another trade port. This one's mostly by car. Oh, I think we also have a railroad as well. Do we? I believe we installed one. Or not. Maybe we didn't install a freight train. Yeah, here are so this is where you see the profit over here. Here's electronics. We were very close to this 1 million before the accident. Beyond my control. Yeah, obviously half the population's gone. Okay, producing again. So that gives you an idea of my initiative. The main money make. This is basically where most of my money is being made. The electronics industry. This requires skilled workers. So in order to get these skilled workers, of course, this has all been built up over time, of course. Most of it I've let. To be honest, what I generally tend to do is, especially when you gotta wait sometimes for the economy to reach an equilibrium point. So I basically let it run sometimes without playing, just for a bit, and let things sort themselves out from there. Anyhow, so this is my education system. Let's get an introduction here. We have the high school over here. Let's see if I can zoom. I'm not. Whoa, what's going on here? The education problem. Oh, you're at capacity. Okay, that solves the issue. Oh, we're actually at capacity. Anyhow, not really super concerned about this budgetary thing. We're still making cash, so there's that. Here's the grade school. There's a community college somewhere down here. I'm gonna improve the scrolling speed because it's really slow. Okay, here we go. So we have the community college over here. So down here in the my university is actually in the irradiated zone. I don't even think I have a hospital to deal with this. But oh well. Although I'm not sure how much you can really do about getting irradiated. Anyhow, I'm slowly building up this university here to eventually get a project. And then based off these projects, I can research different things. Let's see here. So my initial thing is to get the space research completed. Wait, I finished it? I don't remember doing this. Wait a minute. Oh, I do have, okay. It's already leveled up. What is... Okay. Yeah, certain aspects of the infrastructure are falling apart. Oh! Okay, never mind. The university actually has a few schools I can build. I guess I didn't choose what I wanted yet. So what we can do is build the space center great. Wait a minute. We're already started. Okay, so... Okay, well... There's a lot to explain. This has already been done over time, so... Here we go. So let's give you a regional picture. I know it's a bit all over the place. Excuse me, let me click. Okay, so here, this is a mining area. This is a mining town over here. We'll go visit. We may visit these. And this is my brother's tourism and gambling town. This was supposed to be my second city before this one got. Okay, so I was on the verge. So basically, when I was about to advance my electronics industry over here, the nuclear apocalypse happened over there, and could not advance to building computers, which I was going to use to create a space center over here. And then I'm guessing my brother was gonna do some of the alloy stuff, so I'm definitely gonna need his help considering my bigger city. This one was supposed to carry through most of the production. Fortunately, because this used to be the powerhouse. Yeah, I used to have an even greater population than both these cities combined, both my brother's cities combined. So this was supposed to be a powerhouse that was supposed to carry us through, but so much for that. Okay, so I've already researched the grade. So you can see what this university offers you. You can basically gives you the opportunity to research different projects here. Vertical turbine. Oh. Green coal. Oh. Oil generation. Are we losing cash? No, we're losing cash a bit. Well, we're generating less cash now. So, oh. Alright, this is all new to me. So this is a relatively small university still. I'll work on, a lot that I didn't know happened. Or don't remember, at least. I don't like these high taxes. Too bad. The city is... I don't know why these people are surprised by these things. Considering the state of the city, like this is... should hardly be a surprise. Okay. Yeah, so we do have a bit of a... I don't think the happiness is at an all-time high. Oh, it's going up. It used to be higher. It went down after I let the city get nuked. I got blamed for that. Even though I couldn't do anything about it. Especially the tornado. The tornado just hit the power plant and that was the end. Okay, so you get an idea of what my education system looks like. I actually have a relatively advanced education system. It's at a, not exactly at its high point right now. It's coming back up. Okay. I don't think my hospitalization is very... Oh, actually. Okay, let's take a look. I don't even remember building half of this stuff. What do we have here? Emergency center. Okay. This is just a general hospital. It's just nothing too advanced. It's not the most advanced hospital that can be built. I mean, surgery wings, advanced surgery wings and stuff like that. Got an emergency center, some ambulances. It's all good. Zero death. Yeah, it's all good. We have a pretty good, why the citizens have a good lifespan. Alright, yeah, so here's the sanitation center. Could build another one of these, collection garages. Anyhow, so you get an idea. So the sanitation's over here. Along with the sewage sanitizer, I actually don't pump. Okay, so one issue you do run into in this game is eventually you do run out of water. What I've done here... Why are you still working? What? No! See, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean when I'm talking about disasters. Go towards the irradiated zone. Okay, he's staying away from the central city. Or not. Dude, that's not very helpful. Well, you get to see one of the disasters here. I'm going towards the sewage plant. Towards where the pollution is. No. Won't you destroy my planting? Okay, go into the garbage dump, whatever. Progress has no time for you, disaster. Beginning to get a picture of what these disasters are like and why I could not prevent the prior nuclear apocalypse. You done yet? We're recycling, you should be happy with us. Okay, that could have been worse. Okay, my fire station's not very advanced. I never invested very much in my fire department. There was a time when in the earlier days when I had a few fires, but once my Sims got educated, the chances of fires happening is very low. So, although I did have a couple issues with hazmat fires back when the industry was running. There were a lot of hazmat fires happening, and this is north, isn't it? Where's my Okay, this is yeah, that's west. In the western section of the city. So I was asking my brother to go invest in some more advanced fire departments. I did have a crime wave, serious crime waves, and this station over here, pulled us through it. 28 police cars, not the most I've had, police coverage I've had, but between me and my brother's cars, we've invested quite a few. Are you serious? But we have quite a large police force on both my brothers, at least on my city for sure. We have quite a large police force, ensuring the safety here. Okay, so what else is there to talk about? Oh, mass transit. Nothing too fancy. We have a bus system going on, train, and then there's the ferry system here, which I closed down some time ago. Okay, power generation, nuclear power plant. Considering replacing it in the near future, especially considering our recent debacle with the nuclear meltdown. Looking to maybe switch to a fusion plant. It's immune to that kind of thing. Especially since, I don't know. Yeah, the sickness. I'm guessing it's that radiation. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah. So especially considering what's happened in the with this nuclear power plant. And this is not the first time a nuclear power plant has gone off in one of my cities. Overall, it's just never been good news. Okay, fire station. Mayoral buildings. There was a mayor's mansion here. Mayor's house, the mayor's complex over here. Now in the irradiated zone, not so touched anymore. City Hall's over here. As you can see, I was close to 200 and I was somewhere around over 200,000 residents before. I'm losing residents constantly. If you scroll back even further, yeah, it was a lot bigger. Okay, well, it's going back. I'll probably go around just under 80,000 population here. The water system. Overall, we're not pumping a whole lot of water out. Most of the water, basically, most of the water we do have is in a constant loop. So basically, to explain this, basically, this sewage sanitizer basically purifies sewage to the point that you can use it as water again. So basically, so I pump. There is a bit of a inefficiency because it's overcapacity. But for the most part, I pump very little water out, so the city is self-sustaining as far as water goes. Now we get to the specializations again. I've gone through this. Mega towers. You can see them over here. These used to be filled with people. Not anymore. I had to have them shut down. This one was under construction, and I was filling it up with people, but I stopped about halfway through. Shut down the remaining unoccupied levels due to what happened. Yeah, I was intending to actually build these things called sky bridges, and basically I was gonna abridge these, a couple, because you can build up to 8 mega towers across the city. I had plans. I had many plans. None of them came to be, so there used to be quite a bit of profit, so a lot of this 13,000 per an hour was covered by this as well. My profits from mega towers, so that's gone. The last specialization that we have here is the academy. So basically, this encourages you to fill your city with high wealth people. Basically, the city is mostly occupied by. At least it was. Let's check here. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely changed. Most of the high wealth people are gone now. It used to be mostly almost a majority of high wealth people. Because the academy runs best with, which basically contributes to his research. Basically, probably wondering, then how do those other jobs work? I basically had cities where eventually, due to the academy's presence, eventually over time, it's basically all high wealth people. All the low wealth jobs were taken by automation, essentially. So this control net is essentially automated processes, and it goes through a mainframe of sorts. And the mainframes are basically these buildings essentially give this transmission, and they can run. So basically, this facility here this is all run by ControlNet, right? This has no workers. I don't believe there are any workers working on this. It's all run automatically due to this facility. So most of those jobs that would have otherwise gone to other people have gone to this. So basically, this allows a smaller amount of people to do more with less due to the automation. So it's and it gets pretty crazy once you introduce drones. Basically, at one point, there was nobody driving through the city. Basically, no one left their homes, because basically everyone used to do shopping with drones. Everything was run by this control net thing. I had a monorail system as well, not even used anymore, because people just used drones and stuff. There were hardly any cars on the road. Even the police force, there were still some patrol cars, but for the most part, to respond to crimes, of course. But for the most part, most of the crimes were covered by police drones. The hospital was run, but most of the treatments were done by medical drones. Fire departments. I removed the fire department in that city. I may show it in another video. I removed the fire department. They were replaced by drones capable of putting out fires. So eventually, all these streets, it was eerie. The streets were empty. So you get an idea of what's going on here. Yeah, things are not going. Oh, we're losing cash. Okay, well let's figure out what's happening here. You should be making 500K. That should be enough to cover our expenses. If we're not. I'm gonna figure out what's going on here. You have enough resources to keep pushing. Get me those processors out. The city's relying on this cash. There should be another export. I should be making cash off. Let's see what's going on here. So basically what I've done is, in order to, reduce the cost of importing plastic from the global market, because prices fluctuate on the global market. Sometimes it's more expensive, sometimes it's less expensive. If it's more expensive, your economy can get smashed. So what I've done here to help immunize ourselves, or at least reduce the impact of the global market fluctuations, was introduce this recycling center, so we get plastic and produce processors. Okay, the processors are, yeah, we're back on track. So eventually this amount will eventually increase, because what was our last profit at? Okay, so we're set to make 536 this month. So eventually this is gonna increase over time. So yeah, this gives you a bit of a picture of what went on in this city, and ultimately how it fell. So I'm gonna have to talk to my brother to see if I can get him back on. We're gonna need him. And so I think I don't know how often I'll be doing this, because right now I'm mostly doing XCOM. It's pretty regular on my XCOM, and Heroes of the Storm is it's every now and then. XCOM and Overwatch right now. We'll see. We'll see how if this becomes regular. Although I have a feeling this will. I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, I'll see how this goes across. I may make this a thing, because I'm gonna go to regional view in just a sec here. Look here, there's a large expanse of region here. Oh, I'm getting some frame rate drops. Although I did not fully optimize the computer here, so that might be my electronic revenue is coming up again. It was around 200,000, so it went up by about double. A little over double. So that's good. That's a good sign. Why am I losing cash? The economy is a little fluctuant. Anyhow, we have a lot of cash. Wow. Okay. Anyhow, so yeah, we have a lot of regional space we can build onto, so we may do this over time. Hopefully, especially since he already has cities here. So. We'll take a visit to this city. So what I think I'm gonna do in the future is build on that last spot in this little I guess we can call it a province. This small province over here of 4 cities over here. I'll make my second city here since our brother has 2 existing already. What I might do is I might let this city run by itself for some period of time, just leave it on fast forward for a few hours. And hopefully, because the research is going pretty slowly and I'm stuck doing nothing until then. So I will probably run that until research is complete, and I can then I'll probably bring back the recording to the beginning of the ground scrubbing operation. As I begin to, it's gonna be quite a long operation. So eventually, we'll get to see me rebuild the city here, and then until then, I will probably. Okay, we're gonna take a look at this. Very small grid in here. Yeah. So until then, we will. I will probably most of the videos from Simcity will be centered around building of that new fourth city in this province, and then I will maybe give updates on what's going on with the other cities. So most of that may be done off camera until the cleanup operation. That is, because I think that will be. I mean, I don't know. It's more interesting than what's currently running there. So anyhow, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so alright, my brother's not done a terrible job here. Not a bit of it. The city is not nearly as advanced as mine is. He's not doing too badly for himself. Here he's let's go into an example here. So here you can see Omar has done coal specialization. So when we go into this map, you can see where these dark circles indicate where coal is present. You can see he's built some coal facilities here. I don't know if he has any ore. He does have ore. Unfortunately for him, he's built his entire city on top of the ore. But I guess he won't be accessing that. But his coal, on the other hand, he will be. Where is he getting power from? I remember at one point he was using my power. At one point the city was running on my power to prevent Omar from needing to use a coal power plant. Then my reactor had that issue. So it went off for a few hours, it was a few days or something. It was a few weeks maybe before we could get the reactor back. We had no power, so basically the majority of the region was running off my power because I have a ton of excess. So I said, why not just pay for it? It's more efficient overall that way, and you don't have to pay for a new power plant. However, after he lost power for a few weeks, I think maybe it was a week, he was not too happy, built his own thing, and then what I did for him is using my clean coal pipe. So it's still not gonna obviously completely remove the air pollution generated. So as you can see, I mean, trust me, I've built industrial cities like this before, if you don't have those clean coal generators and stuff like that, the air would look a lot more smoggy. Trust me. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. You know, it's like, this is got a solar power plant right here running as well. His trade depot. I mean, he's got a good operation here. Got a amp. You can see he has a greater population than I do. But it's the fact that at one point my city had more people and was like, my city was a leap yards ahead of this city at one point. I mean, he started to get some high rises here. Well, you can tell which city was. At one point, this Nomar didn't have the cash to go. Wow, expansive system here, bus system. Doesn't have any cars. Has a train system running. I believe this connects directly to my. Yeah, as you can see, connects directly to my my city over there. This is. I don't believe he has a. No ferries. He doesn't have a ferry. And as far as what he's doing with. Okay, so yeah, this gives you a picture of what my brother's up to over here. He has 10 cars, so his to be honest, most of the criminals, I'm pretty sure, in this region come from more cities. But anyhow, that's besides the point, isn't it? How many students does he have? I do know that a great number of his students that do come to my city instead. They come to my city for education instead. Yeah, so, yeah, he has a few cars. Anyhow, so you could get a picture of, what's going on here. Alright, we're gonna load back into my city here. Just a second, I'm gonna get something. Alright, so I'm going to be cutting off this video soon. So this is just going to be an introductory sort of video. Give an idea of what's going on here. So I only need to leave this to run for a bit longer. And eventually I'll get this new research project, get this ground scrubber. Make some progress that way. Anyhow, so I will be, so what I may do is I'll probably, the next one will be, the start of building, my new city over here. And then I may be able to integrate my brother back in. However, our next gameplay video will be, I'm making it tomorrow. Next gameplay video with him, I'm making this tomorrow. And that will be for Paragon, which is like a 3D MOBA type thing. Anyhow, we were looking into trying it for a while, so I played a bit of it. As for my impressions on it, there's only one map, so the repetition gets quite boring for me. However, it is early access, I believe, so keep that in mind. It's not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. It's not my sort of thing, completely. but I can definitely have some fun with it. And I was waiting to go play with my brother because I think it would be more fun that way. Okay, so you can see some of the dynamics between the cities here. Alright, so most of the shoppers come here. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the students. 1,000 students come over to my city, so connection, school bus. Alright, so I'm buying from Urban. I'm providing power to more cities. I guess he didn't trust me with his main one, however. And I am buying some water from Omar City. Yeah, I don't think I have a whole lot of fire trucks, do I? Okay. So we're gonna try Paragon probably tomorrow with him tomorrow. I've already made some progress. I have a few cars already for builds, and I've tried a few. I've been working on one of the characters. So yeah, there's that. So the next SimCity video will probably involve this. Starting to build a new city here, and then I may jump back for a bit for the third video back to this city and starting the rebuilding process. So it may be a jump back. That's what I think I'm gonna do. So eventually, and then if I can get my brother back, hopefully he can help me go build this great work over here, because I've never built a space center yet. My prior region I built something else, I believe, the other one.